Hey everybody, back with a quick deck tech before we jump into the league. This is basically the same list that I had in my last video, same flex slot choices, 3 and 3 on Skullcrack Eidolon, 4 Searing Blaze, and then 3 Goblin Guide. The only change, I cut Elegant Parlor. The last league I played, wasn't super happy with it, kept drawing it in my opening hand as a tapped land. Never really had any instances in which I was fetching for it. I think on 19 lands, it's just more important that the lands that you have are untapped. So I'm gonna try 3 basic mountains again. There's an argument that one of these could just be a Sunbaked Canyon again, but I mean, this is the classic 3 basics, 2 shocks for the 5 fetchable suite. Um, that's about it. I'm happy with my sideboard choices. Don't really feel like changing or tinkering anything with that right now. So let's just get into it. Winning the dice roll's great, and this is a pretty good hand. No creatures, which is fine. Just, that's 15 damage right there. Let's see if it's enough to get the job done. Keeping it. Skullcrack's a good option to have if we need it. If not, it's fine. All right, so we're going to play out Basic Mountain, suspend a Rift Bolt, immediately let our opponent know what we're doing, which Burn basically always does. Okay, looks like we're playing against Belcher. They decided to bolt this in, which means they're probably going to try to interact with this Rift Bolt, which is fine. It's like the same thing, Gets a card out of their hand. No, interesting. Why bolt it in? Weird. This isn't really a deck where we're going to do anything but just sling spells. We want to get them dead as fast as possible, and their mana base hurts them. So we can we're going to potentially turn 3 them. Okay. So Lotus Bloom taken down. We want them dead before this comes up, if possible. And they're going to try really hard to, kill them. All right. Good draws. Don't hate the land. Is there any reason? Yeah, let's go ahead and shock this in, and we'll Bolt Wave them. And then we're going to try to dance around tapped out spells, counter magic, etc. Like if they play a creature next turn, we want to do it on the stack before they can actually. We want to try to kill them before they have access to Flare of Denial, is what I'm trying to say. So, like, for example, they don't have 3 mana right now. Maybe I was supposed to do it. Okay, they do have 3 mana, yeah. They might have a counter spell here, but we want them to use it, like, now, if possible. Okay, they're not playing a creature, so we are going to Skullcrack them in the end step. See if we can bait out some interaction. Next turn's the turn. They'll have, like, either they can counter us out this turn, or they can't. So, looks like they got a counter. Jwari. That sucks. I forgot they had this. They probably have multiple pieces, but okay. I don't have 1 mana. Let's see if we can draw into. Okay. That's a little unfortunate because if they just have Belcher. But I'm not going to dig for it. And I'm going to go ahead and bolt them now. See if I can make them 2 for 1 themselves. With a Force of Negation. Disrupting Shoal. Okay. That gets it. All right. So this is the thing with Belcher. Like, this is a counter spell deck. They just kind of have it. If they have Belcher here, then we're dead. But they might not have it. Looks like they have it. Oh, okay. This might not be Belcher. This might be the Tameshi combo deck. I'm not actually 100% sure how this deck works. This is probably infinite mana. Okay, sure. I'll concede if they have something. Unless this is just the way to get to Belcher. That's a cute little engine. Oh no, it's dependent on land drops. Okay. There we go. All right, sure. That's Belcher for you. They just have the right disruption, and then they kill you. Surgical's interesting in this matchup because if you can clip a counter spell potentially, that's nice. It would have obviously broken up whatever was going on there as the loop. Smash is kind of bad because usually they're not tapping out for Belcher. We don't actually have a lot of good counter magic or anti counter magic spells right now. We're not running Firecraft. Vortex is really good if we can get it to stick. Skullcrack does very little. They're not gaining life in this matchup. Searing Blaze is okay. They have, if we can hit some of their creatures. I think I'd actually rather cut one Searing Blaze than one Skullcrack here. This is at least a burn spell, and Searing Blaze is sometimes just blank. I'm thinking about Surgical. I think I'm gonna bring in Surgical. I know that's a weird juke, but we just have so little to do. With our sideboard, and like some of these are kind of clunkers. So let's see if that pays off. All right, immediately Surgical's here. Eidolon's really good in this matchup. They do play Spell Snare, but we're on the play, so we're gonna try it out. And I was wrong earlier. It's not infinite mana. It's just enough for the. It's a lot because they bounce the lands. I didn't know they were running that Tameshi thing. That's an interesting package there. So our goal is to stick Eidolon. That's good. This means they don't have Spell Snare up. So inadvertently by not holding up mana, by not bolting this in turn 1, they are going to. That probably just means they don't have Spell Snare. Actually, I wish this was Vortex. Like I wish I was sticking that instead of Eidolon. Just because it really punishes a lot of the shit they do. This attacks too, which is cool, unless they play a blocker. 8 cards in hand, plenty of counter spells, but they are going to get hurt every time they try to counter us. And we're going to have to be careful with our Surgical. We want to make sure we're targeting something that like matters. They are showing black mana. I don't know if they do that. I think they just play that because the backside of this card is a fetch or whatever. Into the Flood Maw. Okay, sure. Eidolon's back in my hand. That's a good tempo play. Lets them develop their resources. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm still happy just playing Eidolon again. I do wish I had some burn. Like Lava Spike, for example. That's a good draw. So we're just going to pop him in the head and get Eidolon back down in here. And hopefully we can draw untapped white source, so a fetch basically, a fetch or Sacred Foundry. Lets us hold up double Boros Charm. That's 8 damage, putting them to 4, which I'm into, obviously. We are getting a little close, but they don't have Petal this time, so they're probably going to have to just play out. And if they're doing that shit, that's pretty fabulous for us too. Not quite untapped, but I will go ahead and swing because I have combat tricks. Not that I'm probably going to Boros Charm on Indestructible, but I will get the damage in. Okay, they're at 7. Let's see what they want to do here. Archmage's Charm. Whir gets them Goblin Charbelcher for the W. Well, no. This is X equals 0. So this gets them Lotus Bloom, and then they play Charbelcher. Are they like barely gonna win here? Because they're gonna be at 1 health. Are you kidding me? Maybe they have to hurt themselves for mana. Okay, I'm gonna Boros Charm them now. No, I'm not. I'm gonna show that I have Boros Charm and then be sad because, okay. So they're gonna play Belcher, which is tragically 4 mana. I need them to have to hurt themselves with their land right now. I need them to have to shock a land in. I think that's our out. Okay, they did it. All right, so then I think we win. So they play Belcher, and then we just kill them. And Force of Will is not in this format. So them tapping out on their turn means they cannot possibly counter this. Unless they have like Disrupting Shoal, which I think also kills. Or does that trigger Eidolon? I don't know. Maybe they have Pact of Negation. No, Pact also triggers Eidolon. Yeah, okay. We get there barely. I'm thinking about Smash because there are states with Lotus Bloom where you can clip the bloom. Yeah, I think this is my favorite bug of all time. I think there is an argument here for having like 2 copies of Smash to Smithereens in the deck right now. I think I'm going to take out the Surgicals. I think that was a little too cute. We can do it like this. Whir is a cool piece of technology. I'm going to keep this. Whirling Vortex is excellent in the deck. I don't love the density of 2-drops here, and Searing Blaze might just be completely dead, but I'm not going to say no to this hand. This is a tricky little matchup, I will admit, and we are not teched for it very well out of the sideboard. We're not playing as many copies of Vortex, and we're playing 0 Firecraft, so that's okay, though. They mulled to 6, and they are not zapping the land in. This is unfortunate. The problem with Vortex, okay, that's a better card to just play first on turn 1, so we're going to do that. I'm probably slamming Vortex unless they play like a Full Alchemist or whatever the 2-drop is, or Tameshi. I will just kill, or Tamiyo. I don't know if they play Tamiyo. I'll kill a creature if they have that. But yeah, I think they're just going to hold up Spell Snare, which is what I would do in their spot. So I'm probably going to just bolt them a bunch this turn. I want to see if I can catch them slacking before I stick Vortex. I know that is less damage over time, but it's really bad tempo if your turn 2 shit just gets obviously spell snared. Like, bro, like if he's going to fight over this, if he's going to, okay. So binning Tameshi. So the Tameshi was in the hand. And we like this. This is a 2-for-1 here. I'm still not going to play Vortex into the obvious shit. I'm going to just bolt Skewer here. My life total doesn't matter. I'm going to get double white sources. Bolt, Skewer. And then these draws have been bad. You really want a fast clock. And like this is okay. So there's Lotus Bloom. That is really good for us. We really want this Vortex. Now that's an interesting card. Man, I wish I had a land. I'm gonna wait. There's a turn where we can, if we get a land, we can Swift Spear plus Vortex. I think we're just gonna hold up Instant Speed Burn this turn. There are ways, if they're fucking slinging that Lotus Bloom so far out, they're probably a ways off on getting the lands needed, and they're also just gonna have to hurt themselves if they want to do the lands at some point. Which means that their hand is probably mostly interaction, so I'm gonna do Skullcrack here. Try to get them to tap out of mana. I would really like my Vortex to stick. Yeah, they know that's not the fight. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to play Swift Spear. We've got a couple more turns on Vortex. I'm going to Boros Charm. That's a really juicy one for them to, like, counter. Yeah, there's the Force. Force pitching Flare of Denial. All right, so their hands, 2 cards left. They have pitched one of their free spells, and I am suspecting... gotta play Vortex this turn. This is my turn for Vortex. We'll see if they know that. Oh, Goblin Guide is cool. Let's see if they want to force or do anything about this. Nope, just immediately resolves. Okay, here's Vortex. If you have the Spell Snare, if you've been playing with it the whole time, that's great. Oh my god, it resolved. They might have a bounce effect for this before they die, but they are literally dead if my creatures connect this turn, and if they don't have a way to... Seagate, okay, they did find a land, but they don't get to draw it off of Guide. All right, if they attempt to cast Lotus Bloom here, they die. Shoutouts Roiling Vortex. Let's see if my opponent knows that that is how the game works. No, they're just declining. That's what you do there. That didn't used to be the way Magic worked, which is very sad. I like that change because it means that I don't have to Rift Bolt my own face when my opponent has hexproof, but I don't like it because you owned Cascade and other suspend-based mechanics with Vortex by clipping it, like, or playing it in response to them having it, and then they just die. Though, obviously, their mana being exiled and them being stuck on, they have 3 lands now. With Vortex, yeah, they just can't win. I was going to say with my creatures up. This is a deck where creatures are excellent in. Goblin Guide's really good. Searing Blaze is, like I said, I don't think I mind having 2 if we're seeing stuff like Tameshi, or we're seeing stuff like most decks run Full Alchemist or Thunder Tap Train. Or just some spells that dig. I can't remember what they are because they're playing Flare of Denial. Anyway, that's a good showcase of how this matchup works. If they get stuck on lands, it sucks, obviously. Even though most of the deck is... I guess most of the deck isn't lands, but yeah. Good match. All right, we are into round 2. We have won the die roll again. This is making up for my last league. Ooh. And we are met with a conundrum. I am not going to keep this hand. It's obviously tempting. We have some stuff to do on turn 1 and our best turn 1 play. But then we have 3 1-drops. So let's just assume we get to turn 3 and we have not hit that second land. It's going to get real disastrous real quick, especially if we clunk up and draw a bunch of additional 2-drops. Matchup dependent, I might be considering keeping this, but I am going to mulligan. And we're rewarded. We're rewarded with our patience. This is the classic burn mulligan decision, right? Okay, you're on a 6 and you got a hand like this. It's got stuff to do. What are we hitting? We're keeping our lands, we're keeping our creature, we're keeping Bolt. And so then it's between Lava Spike, Boros Charm, and Searing Blaze. Searing Blaze could be completely dead. It could also be the best card in the matchup. Boros Charm's good. I'm actually going to bottom Lava Spike here. I think we can get value out of Searing Blaze. I think that's what we're going to bet on this game. Could be completely wrong. And, like, obviously if I know the matchup, I just send it. I bottom Blaze, but if it's energy, we're going to want this Blaze. It's looking like it's energy, so we've made a good choice. Yeah. Blood Moon, bidding Blood Moon's really interesting. They probably know it's not as good. Oh, okay. We are going to hold up Searing Blaze. We cannot just waste our landfall when we don't have a third land. I'm going to bolt in the instep. It's a little awkward, but I feel like I'm telegraphing. This might be Jeskai control, in which case maybe I don't need to do this. And they're just killing my Swift Spear. That's fine. Okay, I'm getting Jeskai control vibes from this. We are going to continue to hold up our instance, unfortunately. Okay. That makes me feel like we're definitely on the slowest energy start of all time, but someday they're going to have to play a fucking creature. I can Skullcrack a Flage here if they just want to fire that off. Okay, Guide of Souls resolves. And in response to Ocelot Pride, I will go ahead and Skullcrack. Or not Skullcrack, I will go ahead and Searing Blaze. And we are going to pray that we have another Searing or another land right now. Land. Is magic easy? No. Okay, that's fine. There is some consideration for just blasting Searing Blaze on the Pride to kill it. I am going to at least move to the turn because I'm thinking I'm going to just Skullcrack. I want to have access to Skullcrack for Flage. That's my big scary thing right now. 19 lands moment. 4 cards in hand. They are electing, I think, just to swing with Ocelot Pride. I am going to go ahead and Boros Charm. I will let them gain the life. Goblin Bombardment, that's fine. And a Johnny, okay. That is also fine. So this is an engine. This is a clock. We can race it, but we are going to need some lands. So they're going to get a cat. And, like, this is a lot of damage. This, as soon as if they have a way to kill a Johnny, things are going to be dire because the flip side of a Johnny is really strong here. So we're probably killing a Johnny with Searing Blaze if we get the land drop. As much as we want to kill Ocelot Pride. If we don't draw the land, yeah. So Eidolon's not great here. Are we dead? Let's do some thinking. So if they have a way to kill their own cat here, right? They are swinging at us for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1, 2. Oh, they have to sacrifice a creature. So okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we are pretty close to dead with the Goblin Bombardment plus Flip a Johnny here. So how do we mitigate this? What's the plan? We can play Eidolon and maybe trick them into wasting pings on Eidolon instead of attacking us. This is a really hard little spot. Sorry, I have to think. It's so frustrating because if Eidolon was a land, we just pretty much cruise. This game is beyond easy. If this was a bolt, we just bolt the Johnny. I think we're gonna play Eidolon. I think it's not my favorite play here, but I'm pretty sure we're dead if we don't at least block or make them um do this. Okay, they have the City's Blessing. That's not great. They had a pretty good hand here. They curved well, and we're getting stuck on this land, and that is okay. If we had if this was the second Searing Blaze was another 1 mana burn spell, we're doing pretty good. Okay, yeah, they're just gonna immediately pop. Okay, so this is what we were talking about. They were using the bombardment now to pop Eidolon instead of burning us out. This gives us the best chance at winning because now their board is smaller. Yeah, that's fine. This is an interesting. So they're just gonna sack in combat. Why would they put a damage on him? Sorry, I'm trying to decide if I want. So they're gonna get a cat. They're gonna go to 10. They're gonna get a cat. And then they'll sack the cat to finish off Eidolon. Yeah, it's probably better to trade here. I don't love that they're getting. This is getting +1/+1. This is actually an engine that's going to fuck us, so we really need to draw the land for Searing Blaze. We have Skullcrack. It's not the end of the world. But land lets us Searing Blaze Bolt Wave. Fetch land lets us do it on their turn. I'm still going to just fire it off on Ocelot Pride. This is an interesting pause. I don't know what they're thinking about. Okay. So they're at 10. And they have Flage. No, they have Goblin. Okay, that is so much less scary. It's not amazing, and like I don't want them to dig, but I'm decently happy going into their turn with Skullcrack up. I'm still gonna Blast Blaze if I don't draw. If I draw any land but a fetch land here, they get a million creatures. Johnny is going to be very scary. I mean, this might just be lethal. Draw. That is a terrible draw. Okay, I think we're cooked. Plus on a Johnny just goes so wide here. I'm not really sure how we can possibly win anymore. I'm just gonna hold up Skullcrack, and I think we're just dead. Maybe I need to have 20 lands in the deck. I don't know. This is a lot of looks at cards, and only 2 lands is a little lame. Yep. I mean, is this just lethal? 3, 5, 11. It's not lethal. They would need Flayed. Oh, no, it is lethal because they just Goblin Bombardment. Yeah, I'm super dead. Yeah, whatever. I'm just going to Skullcrack and nothing matters. This Ocelot Pride really went the distance. Maybe I'm supposed to kill that instead of Guide of Souls. I don't know. Obviously, Ocelot Pride was a lot better for their hand. Yeah. Okay. This is a hard matchup, guys. I still think, I genuinely think if we had drawn a land at any point in that game, we would have been okay. Because we would have been able to clip the Ocelot Pride or the Ajani before they flipped it. And then we can sort of just tempo our way out. Bombardment plus Pride is a really scary engine that Burn is not super well equipped pre-board to deal with. So, okay. What are we bringing in for energy? We are bringing in the 1 Searing Blood. We're bringing in Pyroclasm. Would have been great there. And we are bringing in Soul Guide Lantern, Surgical Extraction. I'm just going to do 2. I'm not going to do the whole suite, especially on the play. We're respecting Flage, but I don't want to overboard too much. What are we cutting? We are cutting the creatures. We're cutting Goblin Guide and 2 Spears because honestly, these are just such terrible draws in this matchup. I like pretty much everything else better. And we're going to ship it. This is kind of a medium hand, but it's 4 burn spells. I'm going to keep it. We have a Bolt in an emergency if we have to pop a Guide of Souls. We're going to lead on Shockland, and I think we're just going to pass the turn with Bolt up. Normally, I just slam Bolt Wave here, but I want to see what creature they play. Slot Pride. We're going to go upstairs. We're going to try to win this game fast, because this is exactly why. Because we have 5 Searing effects in the deck to draw into, and that's just the best possible option. And see, this is why Searing Blaze is so good in the matchup. They're so behind now. Like, They have another Ocelot Pride. They have a Guide of Souls. No, they would have played Guide of Souls first if they had it. So we Bolt Wave here, and we hold up Skullcrack. And if we need it, we Skullcrack. If we think that they're going to gain if they're only going to gain 1 life off of Ocelot Pride, we're chilling. They go to 9 here. Though I guess there's an argument for just Skullcracking it, because then we just win the next turn. Yeah, okay, never mind. I take it back. We're going to Skullcrack the Ocelot Pride. They're going to go to 6, and then we're going to Boros Charm Skewer and win. They don't even have the 3rd mana. We're going to Skullcrack them. They can Flage if they have it. Yeah, Bombardment is whatever. And then we just literally kill them here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you win this matchup. Games like that I have them occasionally against Energy, where our clock is just so much faster than theirs, make me feel really good about like our chances at doing okay in this matchup. Obviously, that doesn't always happen, and Guide of Souls can really make that a problem for us, but sometimes they don't always have like 1 or 2 plus Guide of Souls into Flage. They play all these tap lands. That was awkward for them. They missed on their, I don't know, they hit the land drop. So we had the Skullcrack for Flage. We had a great hand. It lined up really, really well. We just had that classic burn clock curved exactly on lands. That's the kind of hand we're talking about. You don't even need sideboard cards. I'm going to hope for sideboard cards this game because it's going to be harder to win on the draw. Okay, we've got Searing Blaze and sideboard card. I'm going to keep this, even though turn 1 Soul Guide Lantern is not my favorite play of all time. I'm hoping to draw a better 1-drop here. Okay, Ocelot Pride instead of Guide to turn 1 is totally fine. I am just going to go ahead and get my shock in, take my medicine, and I'll play Soul Guide Lantern. So exile their land, it doesn't matter. But we use our graveyard for Barbarian Ring a little bit. They're probably like, oh shit, free game, do whatever I want. Yeah, they're going to get a cat. This is actually a kind of a shit hand. Drawing the second Skullcrack is miserable. We need lands, or we need 1 mana burn spells. These are my least favorite kind of hands. Okay, cool. We're going to Searing Blaze. We're going to Searing Blaze Ajani and not Ocelot Pride. Pyroclasm is our best draw. I know it's another clunky 2-drop, but Pyroclasm is just so easily our best draw here. Okay, we are going to wait. Is that true? Yes, we're going to wait. I don't like our odds this game. This is a really clunky hand. And I mean, like, I kept it because I kind of had to. But it is going to be really hard for us with our non-interactive spells that do not hit creatures to push through this board state unless we top deck Pyroclasm. If we top deck Pyroclasm, we have a chance. It's just, you don't want to see this kind of hand. We're moving into turn 3. We haven't really done damage. Okay. That's annoying. Okay, this is a very fast clock, and it's going to be problematic. Okay, we're going to kill the Ocelot Pride now, because they'll run away with this game very quickly otherwise, but that is a lot of power and toughness very quickly. Pyroclasm still gets the job done if we get there, but I think if we don't draw it this turn, it's not looking great. Okay, I don't hate the land. It lets us at least meaningfully pressure their life total. We can hold up Skullcrack and Boros Charm now. If we draw a 4th land, we're doing okay. They're going to plus the board out of our Pyroclasm range next turn. We just have to, I mean, no, I think we just lose. I don't really think that we have a chance. I mean, like, maybe they get greedy and they just go burn mode here. No, they're being smart. Okay. That is 8. This is lethal. This is 11 damage. Okay, cool. We're just dead. GG. There is some consideration for mulliganing that hand, and I think that's what I would be thinking about, because look at where we're at right now. We're dying to combat damage on turn 4, right? We had 1 interactive spell, and that was too slow. I misplayed. I should have Searing Blazed on my turn. That was just an interaction. I should have been aware. They could having backup Ajani to trigger the other one is like a way to do that. They have a lot of ways to pop their own Ajani, right? Like Goblin Bombardment, etc., etc. So I think that's a good lesson to learn. Just pop the Ajani in that stage, and then we do not have such a life total threat beating down on us constantly. So yeah, and then we can Boros Charm there at 4, and maybe we have a chance at winning this game. It's an interesting one. Yeah, Pyroclasm nowhere to be seen. This is a good showcase of how this matchup, the ins and outs of how this matchup can be. I think we never even saw Flage, but we were careful to play around it. Game 2 was a clinic, but this is a great example of why I don't like 2-drops in Burn as much, or like I don't have. It can be really awkward when your hand is gummed up by them like that. It makes it very, very tough to win, and maybe that was a bad enough hand that I should have just mulliganed. That's a tricky one. Maybe Soulglide Lantern Searing Blaze is not enough there. Soulglide Lantern didn't do anything this game. It was blank cardboard. Maybe it's fading a Flage, but this deck is just so powerful. It is so consistent and able to just push through hate. And just like it has multiple different incredibly good value game plans that caught like what did they do this? They played a 1-drop and 2-2-drops this game. And won. Man, I hate Modern Horizons 3. Anyway, interesting match though for sure. All right, we're into match 3. We have a 5-lander on the play. No, on the draw. Finally lost a die roll. We can't keep this hand, obviously. This one is not amazing, but it's totally serviceable. I hate the 2 skewers. Gonna be pretty awkward. I mean, we're just gonna have to hope for some better draws, but this is definitely a keep. We'll go ahead. We don't need the 2 fetches. We'll keep the basic and bin one of our fetches here. This is a serviceable burn 6, I think. Some matchups it's going to be really good. Others it's going to be a little questionable. Looking like it might be energy again. Okay, Skullcrack's not a terrible draw here. I don't expect Swift Spear to make it through combat here, but we're going to see. Yeah, she's gone. Oh, she is not gone. Okay, this is a very slow start if it's energy. Could be Jeskai control, though I feel like they would have fetched a blue. Maybe. Depends. Let's see what land they play here. Okay, this is, I think, energy again. Yeah, there she goes. Follow up with a 1-drop. What we got? Ocelot Pride. Okay. We're going to get to do the thing we did last game. Oh, Boros Charm's a good draw for that. Where we're just going to hold up our Searing Blaze. We are not going to get owned by any Ajani tricks this time, but this lets us hold up Skullcrack if they decide to Flage us here. Otherwise, we can just... Which also stops the life game for Ocelot Pride. Okay. Looks like they are, in fact, flaging us. No, they're fabling. Okay. Sure. I'm just going to Searing Blaze Ocelot Pride in combat then. So we're going to Fetch Shock. Yep. We're going to Searing Blaze the Ocelot Pride here. Land is a really good draw. Nice. Tempo versus holding up the Skullcrack. They have 3 cards in hand. Think they would have flaged last turn. This is really a tricky one. I think we can afford to wait. Because if we draw a 1-mana burn spell, we can just literally Skullcrack this turn and then kill them. And we have a lot of 1-mana burn in this deck right now. Literally, we have not seen a single one. There are 9 spells that do it there. And a land is fine too, because it lets us go Boros Charm, Skewer. Right, they get to dig. That's another reason why I think waiting is good here, is because they get to dig, and if they're like, I have to gain life, it's Flage time, we want to be careful. Guide of Souls into creatures is annoying, but we can Skullcrack that in a pinch. But yeah, we have a lot of looks at lethal here, so happy with that. That is totally fine. And we probably Boros Charm in step if they don't quite get us there. Oh, they're shocking. That's an interesting choice. Why are we doing this? Guide of Souls is fine. Okay. What else we got? Yeah, this just looks like Guide of Souls into multiple creatures. Ranger Captain is annoying. Ranger Captain is really annoying. Okay, so now we've got some decisions to make. Unfortunately, I think we have to save Skullcrack for next turn. They're going to go up to 11 here. I think we need to Boros Charm now. That is so annoying. Top 10 most annoying spells they could have. They can at most gain 2 life, but we're still going to at least blast them. Ranger Captain stops us from winning, but it's good that they know. I mean, we could draw Bolt. Like, Bolt gets us there. Or no, it doesn't because they're at 7. Yeah. So they can go. Oh, no, because they can play the 1-drop they get here. Okay, that's fine. Guide of Souls. Okay. I think maybe. Okay. No. No, it's fine because I think I'm going to mitigate more life gain. All right, let's see if they want to pop. Okay, so this is good. We get to Lava Spike and force them to pop Ranger Captain. If they don't pop Ranger Captain, they're going to die. Oh, man. This sucks. So we put Skewer on the stack. They pop Ranger Captain. Okay, we have to Skullcrack. We have to hold up Skullcrack. It sucks big ass, but we literally have to. Because they're going to gain a bunch of life on Fable ETB. Okay, they have the option to crack Ranger Captain now. They are not going to do that. We are going to respond. I don't believe they have flash creatures. I also don't believe they can kill us this turn. Oh, this is bad. This is so much damage. Oh my god, this is so much damage. Ah, I hate this deck. They had 2 cards. They had 2 cards left, man. Are you kidding me? That was the exact sequence of draws they're gonna have. I mean, they can't gain life, but I might be dead to Goblin Bombardment. Their last 2 cards were literally. Sorry, I'll try not to mauled out, but that's truly an exceptional sequence of draws. They had to have exactly Ranger Captain, or else they were dead last turn. And then I'm just dead to this. That is spectacular. Well, my opponent drew. My opponent has a good sense of humor about this. My opponent drew the best sequence of cards possible in that exact moment. I don't think I misplayed at all. I think I played pretty much perfectly there, and I can't really do anything about that. Like, hey, it's editing Chris from the future here. So I went back and looked at this clip, and there is actually a sequence that wins us the game here. So I didn't play perfectly, and that's the beauty of studying your own VODs. So what I'm supposed to do here, and this is a little bit of a complicated line, so I don't blame myself for not getting it exactly in the moment, but I'm supposed to Skullcrack in response to Ranger Captain ETB, putting them to 7 so they can't gain the life back off of the Ranger trigger and then the second Ranger coming into play. At 7, we go into our next turn. We draw the Bolt Wave, and again, I don't know that we're drawing the Bolt Wave, so this is not perfect information. I just think this is an out we have to play to. We draw the Bolt Wave. We cast the Bolt Wave. They are just dead now because they are at exactly 4. They probably crack Ranger in response to that, and then we just go to their turn and we Boros Charm them, and then we win. That does again require that we draw a 1-mana burn spell to put on the stack, but I think even just trying to present lethal by like Boros Charm forcing them to pop Ranger is like fine because maybe they gain some life off of the Guide of Souls, but we have enough follow-up burn with the double skewer that we can maybe just win through it. It's a tricky spot, but that does technically win us the game with perfect information there. If one of the skewers in my hand was a lightning bolt, I could have won, but yeah, Ranger Captain is a really annoying, tricky card. Well, I mean, shit happens, I guess. We're gonna board the same way and hope we have a bit better luck on the this is serviceable. It's got a Skullcrack. I don't love the 1 Swift Spear, but she's better on the play than on the draw. I can play a creature and then bolt their 1-drop if I need to. Searing Blaze or Searing Effect of any kind is a live draw. So we're chilling. I don't love the double Pain land. is land drop, like, but we're just gonna have to kind of like life total does matter in this matchup a lot actually. Okay, probably gonna bolt that. I'm gonna play that instead of having to play the shock, and I'm just gonna fetch. We are not going to get particularly cute about this. That was a really bad draw. Any one drop would have been better there. Like literally even second Swift Spear. Searing Blaze, another guide, and Ocelot Pride. See how good at this? I'm really good at predicting it. I hate this deck, man. Okay. And now Swift Spear has been completely invalidated, and my opponent has gained a bunch of life. Isn't that cool? Eidolon's interesting. I feel like they're just going to kill it, but I'm going to play it anyway because I don't have anything else going on, and maybe they don't have Flage. If they go land drop, Flage, kill Eidolon, I'm very sad here. Bombardment, Ajani. Okay, well, at least they're taking damage. We're going to need a Pyroclasm or this game is going to end very quickly. Cool. What we got? Anything? Okay. So what do? We Boros Charm, Skewer the Ocelot Pride, or we... I don't know, man. This is a bad sequence of draws. Yeah, Eidolon kind of sucks in this matchup too. It's just not a very interesting game. I don't really see how we win this game. I'll be completely honest. Sure, I'll lose a ton of life. I'll move to combat. Why not? See if they block. No, we're really thinking about it here, huh? There you go. Ajani gets to flip here. I could pop Ajani with the skewer, but I think it's better for me to kill this stupid Ocelot Pride because it's generating tokens and gaining a ton of life. But the honest truth is that Guide of Souls is probably going to go nuts this game, and I am out of cards. So they have another Ajani. That's cool. It's kind of crazy how insane Ajani is when Ajani's out. Okay, well, remember when we killed the first Guide of Souls? This deck is broken. Spanked. Thoroughly. All right, we're getting into match number 3 here. I have won the die roll, W, 6-1-2, which is just great. And this is a good burn hand. I got 2 very good turn 2 plays. I can hold up Skullcrack if I need to, and then I've got some 1 mana spells to actually get us off the ground. So we're going to keep. Let us see what our opponent is up to. Okay. We're going to start Mountain just to make them think maybe we're on mono red, but, you know, it doesn't make much of a difference. Oh, it looks like we're playing against Creativity. They missed on the Archon. Eidolon's quite good into Creativity. And I don't believe they can actually Archon me at this stage. So I will hold up Skullcrack on subsequent turns. This might just need a removal spell. That's okay. It taxes... Oh, no, this is Eldrazi Ramp. Okay. Much happier about this matchup. And much happier about Eidolon as they play into Talisman. We're just going to send it here. Sure. Maximum send mode. We are just going to attack with Eidolon. Skewer Bolt Wave. Yeah, that seems fine. Could have done this pre-combat. Just wanted to make sure Eidolon got through. The land destruction angle is a little scary now. Okay, they do have that, and that is bad. We do also, but we just need to draw a land, and Searing Blaze kills this immediately. Ugh, this is such an annoying fucking card. All right, land off the top. It's just that easy. It's just that easy, ladies and gentlemen. So, Pichu, put him to 2. Any spell that triggers Eidolon kills them. So basically anything that kills Eidolon. We just need to fade. Backup, land destruction, yeah. This does not kill us. Okay, we just win. Okay. And we had the land too, dude. All right. Easy game. They can definitely win pretty fast though. And that was kind of a slow start for us. All right. I'm going to think about this matchup a little bit more than I did last time I played it. I'm checking to see if Proctor does anything. It doesn't. So they've got 4 Talismans and a Karn Wishboard, meaning some amount of Smash or Smithereens respect is probably correct. Otherwise, I mean, they're just ramping, and there's not really much we can do about it except just push as much damage as possible. So I'm going to bin... Searing Blaze is surprisingly live. Skullcrack seems a little less important. They're not really gaining life. So I think we can just do it like that. Yeah. Just hope our draws are good. Don't keep a 1-lander. Hey, there we go, 2 lands. Pressure plus... Okay, I will admit this 3 Rift Bolt is a little bit scary. I'm still going to keep this. Just because it provides a lot of damage. If we can get to turn 3 and do the triple suspend Rift Bolt, the problem, though, of course, is we got to be really careful about specifically Trinisphere with all these... Okay, they don't have Chalice on 1, which is good. But that is a lot of mana. That's 3 mana. Man, I love Modern. So they're going to have... and they just have the Myco spawn. Wow. And if they have Eldrazi Temple, we just get cooked. I am going to suspend a Rift Bolt, I believe. I want to get some of my burn going. And I think Double Goblin Guide's going to be a follow-up play if they don't play a creature this turn. This is enough for Microspawn without the kicker. Let's see if they want to play it. They do. So that's just Microspawn on ramp mode, which does kind of wall Goblin Guide. And maybe that's a consideration. I could hit this. That's an interesting thought. I think I will, and they're going to be a little confused about this. And then I'm going to play 2 Goblin Guides and hope it can go the distance with their 2 cards left in hand. Though this does draw them into lands. We are drawing Worldbreaker, Worldbreaker. Okay. Malevolent Rumble. They are digging. Best thing they can do here is hit a 3-drop. Or no, have they played a land this turn? I don't think they have. We need to get this game over quick. Eidolon's not very good here. We're just going to suspend all of our Rift Bolts. Let's attack first. See if they want to block with this spawn token. Yeah. Okay, cool. Go to 12. I think I am going to just completely disrespect Trinisphere here. We still can pay for 1 if we have to. If they have it, they have it. Okay, we've got a big one. It's probably just a World Breaker. Okay, cool. Let's see what they hit here. Land? Sure. That makes sense. My world has been broken. I have Searing Blazes, so I'm not going to fetch to Thin, and I don't have Elegant Parlor in this build right now. Otherwise, I would Elegant Parlor in the end step. They are going to 6 this turn, and then they are going to 3 from my Skullcrack and 1 from Goblin Guide, which is very sad that they're 1 off, but here we are. All right. We're going to play these now. I really wish Eidolon was a 1-mana burn spell. But we're going to do what we have to. We're going to draw a land. That's good. It's really good, actually. I'll go ahead and play it. I'm going to put them at functionally 1. They have a Sowing Microspawn. Okay, they can do a lot next turn. They're going to block. They go to 4. I'm going to let them self-damage. I don't think they will. I don't think it's possible that they tap Talisman. But I'm going to put them on watch. This matchup is less good for us than I thought. They are very fast and very efficient at getting their threads, and the land destruction against burn is really scary. Linebacker? Oh, there we go. Okay, they did not actually do that. Okay, we are going to tap a red here and a red, and we are going to Skullcrack them. They go to 1. Still keeping... I guess it doesn't matter, and I should just thin, because land's not a very good draw in this spot. Because, like, I don't need to turn on Searing Blaze unless they gain life here. Guide is not getting through, We really don't want to just play Eidolon and pass this next turn. We need to draw a burn spell that wins us the game. The good news is literally most of our deck does that. Talisman does that. What if there's an argument for bringing Path? Is bringing Path like accepting my fate? Because most of their creatures get value on ETB, and like, yes, I can clean it up. It stalls the clock out a little bit. I don't know. It's an interesting decision. You attack here. Okay. That does, I mean, they die if I draw a creature. Yeah, I'm gonna fetch. I don't have an Elegant Parlor. I wish I did. I will take Sacred Foundry and not Shock. All right, let's get a burn spell. They only have one card in hand. I think we can afford to take it a little slow. I'm not gonna waste my Sunbake draw right now. Now they can't play a spell that costs less than 3. I don't like that. Are they gonna fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Do they have enough mana to cast Emrakul right now? I think they're one short. Oh no, Utopia Sprawl. That's enough. That's really sad. Wow, we whiffed. Okay, that's not Emrakul. Thank God. I could not give less of a shit about this. Hitting my draw makes sense here. Yeah, that's wise. Barbering, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Barbering is a live draw here. That's an interesting attack because if I draw a hasty creature, I win now. Okay. Swift Spear is now a live out. Still not gonna fetch, I don't think. Maybe I should. I don't want to draw a land. Yeah, I'm gonna fetch. Come on, anything in my deck. The clown music is playing. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna get Emrakul and lose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, they can't Emrakul me. And I think they want me to block with Eidolon, so I'd go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, surely they're gonna have some kind of a creature follow-up here. I'm trying to think if I want to leave Eidolon alive. Okay, so if I block, I take 8, I go to 3, I have 1 Eidolon trigger. Whatever, I'll just double block. I don't think them unlocking a spell here is going to matter too much. I guess I'm not double spelling next turn. Oh, do they have it? Oh, okay, they do want to dig. That's fine. Do they have it now? Oh, they do have it! That's so annoying. Okay, well, I should have won this game. I whiffed 2 draws in a row. Where literally anything wins. That's just bad variance. It happens sometimes. Elegant Parlor might have helped. I could have been a little bit more careful. Here, I just want to see what I would have drawn. Ha, get fucked. I drew a land. Okay. Path does slow them down in a way that I'm a little bit interested in. Searing Blaze is still okay. Path better than Skullcrack. I mean, it's burn, and I want to be able to draw burn. Just wondering how much this stabilizes me. Maybe not. Maybe we just want to go in and we just want to kill him on the play. Maybe Path's an on the draw type of situation. Can't keep a 1-lander against this deck as much as I would like to. Okay, this is fine. We can keep this. Keep. We're going to bottom Searing Blaze. I think Eidolon will have more, do more in this match. We are going to be aggressive with our life total. They do beat us down eventually, but it takes a while, and I'd rather have access to my white sources that I draw because of Boros Charm. They hit a Devourer, so they get to do the thing. My biggest worry about this hand is we don't draw more lands. And they quickly ramp, which means I'm going to prioritize. I'm not going to play Bolt Wave until way later. I'm going to prioritize playing my spells. If I get Chalice here, I'm going to be sad. I feel like no one plays Chalice anymore. Okay. That's annoying because, God, I hate this deck. I think it's so cringe. Oh. Well, now it's tempting to clock them. 1, 2, 3, so they can deal 9, put them to 10, plus 4, 6. It's really close here. I'm going to Boros Charm them this turn. Like I said, I'm playing in the universe, in which case I might get Myco spawned, and I just want to have something to do. And if I don't get Myco spawned, literally, like if there's not a blocker in play at the end of this next turn, I'm going to feel pretty good. Man, Ugin's Eidolon is okay in this match, but Ugin's Labyrinth just fucks that shit up. Okay, they can Myco spawn on get a land here. I like that they're tapping for green. Okay, Sprawl, they're doing setup. No, this is still 4 mana if they want. Okay, that gives them a blocker. Man, would have been a good Eidolon turn. Maybe I should have just stuck it. Maybe I should have just stuck it. Oh, are we doing something? Haywire Might. That's annoying. Okay. Land. Oh, that's not bad. I can take him off Talisman if I really want. I think I'd rather just push damage though. I'll let them gain the life off of I'll let them gain the life off of Haywire Might. Actually, no. I mean, it's an interesting one. I won't. I'm gonna make them use the resource. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about this game. I never found the other land, and I don't know. Maybe I should have just blasted them the turn before. This is a really tricky little game. There's a chance I am supposed to hold up Smash here and put them to 9. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, they are kicking a Myco spawn probably, which is the worst case scenario. No. World Breaker. I'm getting a land destroyed. Devourer? Oh, I don't give a shit about that. Okay. They can Pain Land pop their own Utopia Sprawl if they want to gain a life. Okay, we're gonna play at instant speed here. This is 7 damage. And I think... Oh, no. I need to... I fucked up. I made a oopsie. That's okay, though. I was supposed to smash while they didn't have green mana. I want to see how they use their mana this turn, though. Okay, that's fine. Just playing this as a land, I assume. They're not going to input anything. I'm going to... Oh, this is tricky. So, what do I do here? They go to 8. I smash this. They float green. They lose a life. They go to 5. They Haywire Might exile their own Talisman. They go to 7 and smash fizzles. But they're going to just be able to do that. I don't have a clean target for it. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to see if they tap any of this mana. They're not going to. They have no reason to. No, we just have to play Boros Charm and hope that we draw Burn. I think. A second Boros Charm's our best draw. It's good that we didn't get our land destroyed. We're dead on the crackback. That's really cool. Okay, are they going to pop the Haywire Might? Okay. That takes that. Oh, we just win. Never mind. They messed up. Okay. Ta-da. And I draw shit anyway. It doesn't matter. They messed up. They were supposed to hold up that interaction. This is the exact thing that beats that sequence. I mean, any burn spell wins there, but yeah, they were supposed to wait. I guess the pain. I think I did the math on the pain artifacts a little bit wrong because they had to filter the green to win, and the life loss matters. Okay, that was incredibly close. I'm gonna have to think about this matchup a lot more. I still think it's favored for us. Like, obviously, I should have won game 2 pretty easily, and that was even on the draw. But land destruction sucks, and burn doesn't play a lot of them. So it can really be crippled by a strategy like that. Eidolon is really good if you stick it on exactly turn 2 and then sucks otherwise. And maybe even some of the creatures, like, they put blockers into play pretty frequently, though it's good if they're blocking with Eldrazi spawn tokens. So I think the creatures are a little bit less good than I think. I'm not going to, like, board them out. I don't know. I hate how efficient this is. Modern Horizons 3 sucks. Anyway, continue. We have lost the last die roll, playing for the positive record here. The last league I played, 2 leagues ago, I 4-1 without ever actually winning the die roll. If this is Eldrazi, the pain land into the... This is like about as good as one-landers get, and I do have 2 draws, so I'm going to be an absolute buffoon and keep this. You probably should be more disciplined in Mulligan. All right. What? Oh, I haven't played against Rhinoceri in a long time. Land. Always had it. I'm the best player of all time. Okay. The question now is this zoo? I didn't see a ley line, so maybe it's just rhinos. I haven't played against this deck, I think, since before Modern Horizons 3. It's been a minute. Oh my god. We're incubating. What the hell? I'm so scared of what is going to get revealed here. Shardless Agent? Okay. That is a card that makes sense. You want to shock that bad boy in? That's what I thought. Okay. Shardless Agent is... We're getting a grip of rhinos pretty soon, so I'm going to try to push as much damage as possible right now. Next turn, I actually have a ton of damage. They get to be 1, 2, 3. If I draw a land, I'm actually out muscling the rhinos? Question mark. I think my problem is that Riftbolt is going to be really hard to resolve later anyway. And I think I just need to push the over the top burn damage. All right, if I draw that land, I'm going to be hooting and hollering. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. I think we can still just hold up. Okay, they also have to have a land, and they have to tap. Oh, yeah, I forgot. For some reason, we're playing some oops all spells bullshit. I don't know why the lands are like this. I'm a little worried I'm going to get belched. They have a bunch of solitudes, but Rhino is the hit. I cannot fathom why they're playing no lands in the deck. It just scares me. There isn't a possibility of Force of Negation here. That is a card that could exist. Oh, I can't count. I don't need the land. That makes them 5, but 3, 4. Yeah, they're already just big. Wow. And y'all are looking at me as a resource. Hey guys, I'm sorry. Welcome to the channel. I can't count. Okay, I am bigger than the rhinos this turn. I will be just gargantuan. I mean, I just win the game if I draw the land. Okay, we have hit one of the worst cards in our deck. If we had landfall, it'd be sexy, but we're just going to do the thing that we said we were going to do. This has been a good game for Swiftspear. I would like to force a block. And keep both my creatures. They're probably going to double block one of them. Okay. They need to put another creature into play. 5 cards in hand is scary. I still am worried I'm going to get belchered out of nowhere, but that requires more mana than they have access to right now. I think all their lands hurt them. Yeah, so they literally can't play a land. Oh, they are choosing to attack. They must have another Shardless Agent. It doesn't matter. I have them extremely beat. The land would make it better. Oh, no, they're doing something in their end step. They're tapping out. Cool. Oh, we're doing that shit. Sure. They got a 6 here. That's annoying. If I draw a land, I still win. Land off the top or 1 mana burn spell. Land or burn spell. My deck has a sense of humor. Okay. I think I am going to play this slow, which is annoying. I think I would rather hold up Skullcrack if they do this shit again. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to hold up this Skullcrack. They have 7 cards. The rhinos are coming down this turn, but they don't have haste. My life total isn't directly being pressured. Ugh. I have not been very lucky this league, I will admit. This has been some pretty disastrous luck. Land would have been insane. I just Searing Blaze Bolt Wave. I mean, or Skullcrack Bolt Wave, whatever you do, but Searing Blaze gets there. Okay, rhinos are here. There are lots of them. 7 cards, but no blue mana. So I'm definitely... Okay, there's blue mana. And they are suspending yet another one. Okay. Do they attack? They probably attack. Why not? So Ghostly Flicker is what we're doing here. Is that a instant? Yes, it is, but they don't have the mana for it. Okay. I guess if they have Force of Negation. We'll see what I draw. Oh, man, they're just no love here. Let's just see if I win first. If they have Force of Negation, they have Force of Negation. Man, I'm a little mad right now. I'm gonna play a Goblin Guide. I need blockers. I might just be dead still. Like, am I really gonna lose this game? Okay. So I just block, go to 1. I can't play 2 mana spells. I can't cast this Rift Bolt in hand. I need to draw exactly an untapped pain-free land or a bolt. So that sucks. I'm one off. If I had one more spell in the graveyard, I could kill them. Yeah, they have some trick anyway. Endurance, yeah, that's fine. That beats my barbarian ring. Yeah, I'm annoyed I lost this. I'm sure I could have found a spot where I would have won. Roiling Vortex comes in for sure in this matchup. I'm not sure what else does. We are not well suited for this right now. This has to be a good matchup. I'm going to keep the Skullcracks in. Eidolon's fine. Searing Blaze is a little weak. I think we could probably just swap 1-1 and then just resubmit. We'll keep this very fast burn hand that has Skullcrack for the one stupid trick that they have. I will Lava Spike you. It's a good draw. I don't hate land. That lets me double spell, but I'm going to do it on their turn because it's a Force of Negation deck and their mana's bad. I'm actually going to do it in their upkeep. Well, no, they don't have the stupid creature that does it. Yeah. I'm going to Boros Charm. Lightning Bolt. I'm going to hope they cast any kind of painful land and then die to my Skullcrack. This juke seems, or this construction seems loose. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to go ahead and redraw just for fun. Okay, that's interesting. Put them to 1. And I'm just going to Searing Blaze them in their upkeep. I don't think that they have a way to beat that. I love that this is an instant speed. Makes the deck a lot better. Okay, they do have the stupid... Oh, no, that's the fight one. Okay, cool. Cool. I was going to say 1 mana burn also probably just gets me here. Yep. Oh, no. You beat me. Oh, no. They have, like, some land that acts as a counterspell. They can win here. But otherwise, by the way, Searing Blaze does 1 damage. If you didn't know. Okay. That was pretty successful. Okay. This is a very suspicious hand. It could pay off. I think I'm going to be disciplined. No. For the positive record. If I never see the land, how bad is it? Can I ever win? I'm gonna mulligan. I'm gonna be disciplined. Okay, rewarded. Keep. Bottom of fetch. Done. This is about as good as we can hope for a 6. And we're just gonna need more gas. And hope that if they don't have the instant turn 3, and if they do, it hopefully is a lot of painful mana. This version of the deck does not really seem to play creature removal, except for that fight spell, which does require that they have other shit on the board. So they began with 7, which is annoying, but it's a resource game. Okay, don't need that. I'm trying to think if they have Solitude. That's the only creature removal that they have. I have drawn a land. Or I've drawn them a land, except I haven't because it's not a land. LMAO. Okay, they feel the need to shock this in. That's interesting. Okay. They revealed so that they got another land. Okay, so they're going to have Ardent Plea if they want to. I can still push some damage. Okay, that's fine. I'll go ahead and shock it in. Little annoyed about that. Let's see if they have the Solitude here. This Barbering's probably never getting turned on, even with the fetch. Okay, that's fine. You've spent your Force of Negation. Go. Solitude confirmed. They go to 11 here. They're going to put... Oh, they don't have it. Oh my god. Wait. They're digging for Shardless Agent. Okay, cool. They're digging for... They missed. They just missed on that. Incubation. Okay. They do have Solitude, so they're going to get one of my cards. Burn, please. Just give me burn. That's not the worst. No, that's actually pretty good. Okay, so they're probably going to hit a Swift Spear here, but we're still pushing a ton of damage regardless. We've got this for whenever they're... Okay, yeah, there's Solitude. They do this now to avoid the prowess trigger. Yeah. I really would rather this be Sunbait Canyon right now. But we'll see how long this game goes. They have clearly indicated that they don't have a Cascade card. I'm about to put them to 6 or to 4. Boros Charm just wins me the game immediately. Burn Spell probably gets me there just because I play just creature plus. They are drawing Shardless Agent. Okay, well they're gonna have to go to. They're gonna have to go to either 1 or 2, depending on what land they have to cast that. Okay, cool. We have done it. We have secured the positive record. We had to beat a very slow playing opponent at the end there with a stupid brew that doesn't work, but I think Burn was clearly favored there. I'm bummed we lost game 1. I'll have to review it in the edit and see where I went wrong because I feel like I definitely could have won that. Beat the decks that we were supposed to, lost to energy twice. That's just kind of the breaks. Excited to go back and review this one. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel. I plan on putting out more Burn content. I think my next video is going to be similar to my first one. I'm going to go over the American Regional Championship that is happening right now during this weekend. I'd love to see what the results are. And I might do some standard Burn content once Aether Drift drops because the Verge lands mean that I think that Burn's mana base is pretty good now. And I was already, honestly, I won an RCQ with Naya Burn. So I'm a believer in the deck. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.